Oh, this is really cool. R R R R R R. I'm over here running the flashlight on my phone, which is quite convenient. Oh yeah. I'm gonna turn it off, save some battery. Yep. I'm everywhere. Freaky fridge apparel. I'm everywhere. Some creeps were like creeping out here. Fishing creeps. Some different kind of creeps. People be out here creeping for something else. But not with me. Not with me. Sheesh, I wonder if I got my pliers up in here. Yeah, I do. Ooh, sorry about that. That racket. Just trying to like prop the phone here nicely. Alright, there we go. There we go. Just trying to prop the phone there. So I could like retie this rig so I could fish out a different kind of bait. I got 2 rods of squid. Yo. What up, Noah? What would that do? What's up? What would that do? What is that? Moderator? How would I do that? It says poll. Community moderation. Participate mode. Anyone? What the heck? You have to press your name. Anyone? Subscribers? Live? Comments free? Subscribers? Duration? No. See what happens. Turn down subscribers. I don't know. Do I have to press your name? Add as moderator. Managing moderator can manage block words, chats, want lives, and also standard moderators. Standard moderator. Alright, let's try that. Yeah, I'm across from New Jersey. What's up? I'm in Manhattan right now. I'm casting out some squid and some green crabs. How you doing? Yoni. Yeah, New Jersey's on the other side. I'm in the northern part of Manhattan. And we're fishing for striped bass. Me too. I was also gone. I think I was eating Chinese food on my last live stream. Thank you for the like. Get these fish biting. I'm fishing on the Edgewater time slot. And I'm trying to catch the outgoing. The outgoing bite is definitely good here because the dumping of the Harlem River out the spawning, what's it called? Bondendival. Even at the end of outgoing, along with the Hudson River, you'll catch a stream of that East River water coming out. You'll catch some amazing fish. Even after striper season, you can catch stripers here through mid-January. On the New Jersey side, you do very good on some worms. The Hackensack River and other rivers up there, you'll catch some nice sized fish. But in the meantime, I'm just fishing squid and green crabs. The water seems to be warm. It should be cooling down on the outgoing because the Hudson River, that water from upstate, it's way colder than any waters Long Island compared to Long Island Sound and the East River. So hopefully I'll trap a beast. So I got 2 big rods, 2 12-footers. I got one of them with green crab and squid. That one I've been getting some activity on. So right now I'm gonna just check this rig, offset rig. I got 2 fish finder rigs out there. I got 2 fish finder rigs out there. So what can you do? So yeah, I'm gonna load up one hook there. So what can you do? What can we perform here? I have a alarm bell on one of the rods, and the other rod is a conventional surf setup. So if anything hooks on, it will click, and then my spinning rod with the alarm bell will be taking it out. No worries, no worries. That's all good. As long as you take care of things in the outside world, you'll be good in this world, I guess. And we just bait up and cast out the 3rd rod. We trying to like maximize our fish catching today. I haven't caught anything. Been out here for like like 2 hours already, 3 hours. I'm not sure. Really? Okay. I mean, I haven't gone anywhere. I'm right here. We are fishing. I have to find my scissors. I think I left my scissors on the high side. I'll be back. Yep, I'm back. So far this has been the warmest day of the week. I think it was about 52, 53 degrees. It's gonna be in the mid 40s. It's not gonna go down that low tonight. Then it's gonna crash tomorrow night. Oh, smelly crab, smelly crab. I hope I rinse my hand as fast. As soon as I beat up this hook, because when you leave a green crab without refreshing them in the fresh salt water, they create some kind of acid that'll burn off the skin of your fingers. Ooh, that outgoing is cold. It's cold. It's alright. It's cool. Alright. Water. This outgoing is cold. I might have to switch to the Harlem River side. Maybe that incoming or that outgoing. And the outgoing on the Harlem River is downtown to uptown. This side is uptown to downtown. So maybe the water's warmer on that side. Well, after these last two casts with this green crab and this my big rig, I will see if I don't get no activity. I'm gonna switch to the other side. That way I don't kill time here. But when the days are stabilized and cold consistently, you still can get a good bite. These fish, they fight. They finally become very athletic in the saltwater estuary of the Hudson River. Yeah, I just casted up my 12-foot out there. Took the green crab squid combo off. Too much on the big hook. Even for big hooks, too much bait. So yeah, how y'all doing out in New Jersey? I was in Bayonne, and there was a kid that caught a like a 20-inch striped bass on a partially frozen bunker chunk. It was very fat, but that was the only fish I saw. My friend Bruno, Striper Fishing Adventures, Striper _fishing _adventures on Instagram. He came over here 2 mornings and caught 2 nice fish on the South Shore. Excellent. Two keeper fish, but he hooked and caught and released. His biggest on the second day was a 42-inch striped bass. You could also check it on my Instagram, Wormway _69, and you could see it. Nice fish he caught on the second day, the second morning. And he also got a second slot fish on the second morning on the South Shore. I believe around, or if not, the west side or the east side of Jones Beach. But you gotta be there like 4 in the morning and catch the rising sun to get it on that bite. And then on Tuesday, Long Beach, Long Island was good. My friends also from Rhode Island and Massachusetts got a nice fish on top water, pencils and I think a Danny, maybe. Not plastic. They were on the plugs. Thank you. Hopefully I'll get on the bite right now. Thank you. Cast out this green crab. You can see it. Got a double swivel here. Got a ball swivel on the bottom on a pyramid sinker that I found in Bayonne. That's the only thing I caught. I caught a high and low offset circle hook with a pyramid sinker in Bayonne. Hopefully it does me good here, but I re-rigged it. There's one circle hook on there. Well, I got that rod out. Let's look at New Jersey for a bit. That's New Jersey on that side. I think it was last year. Was it last year or the year before? There was a tremendous fire, like a rashes of fires also on this side, but on the Jersey side it was a big fire. Started around like 9:30, 10:30 one night. I think late summer. Yeah, I went out here with the squid. I got 2 propped here in the rock. These things been here since the spring. These giant pilings. They probably fell off a barge. They chained and they have like nylon straps, like those truck straps. They're no longer rocking side to side, creaking. So I got my rods out there, 80 pound. 60 pound, and I believe probably a 30-pound braid. I have three lines out there. Something has to bite. This is my Tsunami Trophy 12-footer. It's no longer a 12-footer. I broke like the bottom half. And then I have a Penn Squadron 3 rod, spinning rod. Hello, how you doing? We're out here hunting for fish. Fishing for fish. Hopefully we get a keeper and get a bag limit of our North Atlantic, Northeast striped bass. Fishing here in New York City. Here across from me is New Jersey. They're very desolate in this spot. This spot is like not where it's really at, but on the blowworm, it's a primary like blowworm fishing spot. Like around this time, Thanksgiving is next week, you definitely will catch something guaranteed on the blowworm. Fishing tonight with squid and green crab. See what happens. I am fishing for a bigger fish. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hunter. And there's New Jersey and the George Washington Bridge. Here in the hood, we call this. Yeah, that fish, thank you. That profile, that fish was caught here, in this spot here. And there's a story behind that fish. That fish was 45 inches long. But it was so heavy, so fat. That was definitely a boatfish because the way it was caught, it was already caught on an umbrella rig. And they happened, it had 4 teasers and 4 hooked Mojo paddle tails, and it crossed everybody's line. Hey Wayne, 4 Fangs and Venom. And so that fish, because that umbrella rig was caught. I mean, the striped bass was probably trying to get rid of that umbrella rig here in a good, like, end of an high incoming tide. It got caught, and it was a hell of a fish. Had to be around 40 pounds or over. Huge fish. But yeah. Thank you, Wayne. I'll be getting some blowworms, hopefully before or after Thanksgiving. And I will be on live streaming catching in this very spot. This is like my primary fishing spot ever since September 2020. And I succeeded and I failed a lot in this spot. This is a horrible fishing spot. It's not easy, but I've caught some legendary fish on the bloodworm. And my biggest fish, I caught in a sliver of squid. So that's what I'm fishing now, but bloodworm. This right here is a bloodworm fishing spot. You don't want to fish with anything else. They love the estuary of the Hudson River, especially in this spot and north from here. I used to be friends with a guy. He caught a 48-inch striped bass on a high and low, baited with bloodworms. Oh my god, hell of a fish. Took about 5 minutes to revive it. It was a hell of a fight. In the spring run, they come here and they swim past The biggest fish I have, I think I have it on my videos, is in Poughkeepsie. Up there, a guy named Harold caught a 49-inch striped bass on a live herring. The live herring was so interesting, but up there, if you even dare chunk a piece of herring or bunker, is a guaranteed catfish. No, not tonight. I haven't gone to the bait shop to get blowworms, and the bait shops close by me, they don't get the big blowworms from the distributor, which is my main bait shop. So hopefully before this week is done, next week I'll be fishing here with some blowworms. But this is a very good blowworm spot. Even if you're an experienced fisherman and you don't believe in catching on the blowworms, use blowworms here. You'll catch fish you won't believe. I've had a lot of people that come past Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island come here and fish, and they never seen small striped bass before. This is the spawning grounds of the striped bass here in the Hudson River. And you can also hook on the legendary sturgeon by accident, man. But those fish, normally they'll break your line or your rod or both. One or the other or both. You gotta be well equipped, especially when you don't get to see them. Trust me, they're gonna be over 80 pounds. Thank you for the likes. I will get the fish biting those likes. Got 2 rods of squid and 1 more green crab here in the Hudson River. North is George Washington. Over here we have 2 slot sizes. On this side, you could catch and keep striped bass 23 inches to 28 inches. And south of the bridge and everywhere else in New York, they have to be 28 to 31 inches. So it's 1 per day. The bag limit is 1 per day. One possessed fish for fish this size. So actually, you could catch 2 fish here. Or keep 2 fish here. I know a lot of states, they have a longer season, or like Connecticut, they have a all year round season. In the Housatonic, you'll catch a lot of striped bass, nice size striped bass on a blowworm. Paddle tails and stinger shads, artificials, but the blowworm, that's the gold right there. That's the golden bait. The blowworm, the Housatonic in Connecticut. Yeah, I've seen them jump here when I started fishing here. They jump up and they spin in the air like dolphins. It's freaking incredible. Right here in front of these rods, I've seen them in 2020, 2021. When the striped bass bite gets scarce and they're already either too north or out their way, and the blue claws start eating your worms, that's when the sturgeons really start jumping out the water here. It's a sight to be seen. You think they're dolphins or whales. Huge. My friend Sue, I think she recorded a dead one over 100 pounds. And then there was another one by the train stop where she picked me up at her hometown in Poughkeepsie. I think it was over 300 pounds. The police department took it out the water. It was stinky. They loaded up to a pickup because the smell was so bad. I'm surprised it didn't break apart. So they put a rope around its tail, and 2 strong-ass officers were struggling. Man, those sturgeons grow big. I know why. They probably... I've seen one like 2 years ago. Somebody caught it, and then they got snagged in front of him on a Hudson River fishing Mr. Poseidon's challenge, and it had a collection of about 30 circle hooks around its lips. No one took a picture or video of the thing because you can get in a lot of trouble taking that fish out the water. Over here is prohibited. Like, there's a moratorium for them, so you can't take them out the water. If you were to even hook one, I think you would have to wade and unhook them or whatever. But if you're not prepared, you would have to cut the line, because they're strictly prohibited. I've heard of people taking pictures with them, and little do they know they had the Department of Environmental Conservation knocking at their door, asking them about the fish. Over here, if you catch a sturgeon or see a sturgeon, dead or alive, you have to report it. Or they ask to report it. The sturgeon, the mother of the caviar eggs. I've seen people catch bluefish here. I've seen bluefish on an outgoing start choking because maybe the ratio of the fresh and salt water decreased too far for them on an outgoing, and people swimming and go get them. I'm talking about gator bluefish, like huge. But yeah, you can catch freshwater drum. It's rare though. I've seen people catch. My friend caught a huge freshwater drum. My friends caught little saltwater black drums. Maybe like some kind of weird jacks at the end of the summer. The Gulf Stream posts weird stuff up here. I've caught sea bass here. One of the rarest saltwater fish I've caught here was like a porgy, but it was so tiny. Well, a lot of the other fish are so tiny, but at the end of the summer you can catch like fluke and blackfish, but there's not too much structure right here where I'm fishing. But they do swim by. But it's late for all that stuff. Right now we're fishing for the striped bass. Here I have my clicker. I have an alarm bell on this one. And this one I just have my reel open. So it would click. I'll see my rod tip diving. But I think this outgoing of the Hudson River over here is too cold. The water was warmer by the touch when I got here. Now it's just like it's so much colder than the air because this is like a warm night. I love the warmest night of the week. Maybe we'll catch a striped bass, and if it's not if it's like a table fare fish for my household, maybe I'll cook it for Thanksgiving. We'll have some striped bass for Thanksgiving, and maybe some coconut turkey. I don't think anyone that I know, maybe my niece's house, they have the turkey. I haven't seen a turkey nowhere, so maybe we'll eat some striped bass soon. So the guys that are tuning in, that's New Jersey, that's the George Washington Bridge, and this is the Hudson River. I'm north of the George Washington Bridge in Manhattan. And this is a very quiet fishing spot. It's not a rip in front of it. They used to have these buoys for a sailboat, a free sailboat thing over here that was paid by the state. So there's no longer boats or buoys there. They took them out, so now I can fish at peace and not worrying my fish wrapping around a buoy. Thank you for the likes. Hopefully we get a takedown. Let me see my battery. My bat. Oh, it's 42. Yeah, maybe these striped bass not feeling so salty here. I've caught them upstate in Poughkeepsie where my friend Sue lives. And on the same day, other fishermen fishing for carp. I found that amazing. And the carp, you could catch them with corn in the Hudson River. I'm like, what? And they're huge. I said, give me some corn, but they don't bite at the same, I guess, column in the water on the rip. But then again, I left from there 2 days after that, and my friend posted that she caught on a bloodworm a largemouth bass in the same spot. So it goes to show like how far striped bass swim up the Hudson River to the where it meets the freshwater species to lay its eggs, and then they migrate up north to Connecticut, Massachusetts, to Cape Cod, Rhode Island, to Maine, to Nova Scotia, and back down. It's incredible. Is this the thing moving it? That's not the log. I think I might be getting a bite. I'm not sure. Come on, rip that clicker. Let's go. Let's show our audience a fish. The last fish I caught on my live stream was on a paddle tail. It was undersized. I also let it go on the live stream. I had to catch something over here. I pulled some drag on this clicker on this conventional rig. Well, yeah, let's see if I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes more. If not, I'll go to the other side, which is like 20 blocks, less than 20 blocks from here. Now fish the outgoing of the Harlem River, which brings warmer water from downtown. It's like so vast. Hey, what up, Sharky? 6'7". It's a very complicated place, New York City. It has rivers and sounds and creeks and everything. So if you can't find a fishing spot, then it's either you can't find parking or your vehicle's too big. But on a bike, which I get to these fishing spots. Thank you. Can I get a 6'7"? You can virtually fish anywhere on a bike. I just like fishing in the same spots. Thank you. So we're here fishing for striped bass in North Atlantic. Striped bass, North America, on the northeast, New York City. Look at that bridge right there. That's a George Washington Bridge. Connects New York City to New Jersey. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go to the other side, to the Harlem River. If there's not too many raccoons, I'll go live over there. If not, that will give you that would tell you that there's too many raccoons over there. That's the only bad part of that spot. All right, guys. Hopefully, I'll see you later.